Well, get your sweet tooth ready. We're looking forward to the Freeport Chocolate Festival starting next Saturday, the 8th.
Joining us now is the Executive Director of the Greater Freeport Chamber of Commerce, Tawny Whitney, and Andy Wilbur from Wilbur's of Maine Chocolate Confections. Good morning to both of you. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. We're so happy to be here.
Well, we're happy with what we're seeing on our table right here. It looks amazing.
That's all we talk about is food on this show, by the way.
We're very food motivated. Can you tell us about this event and when it first started and why did it start in the first place?
So this is luckily our 4th year of having the Chocolate Festival in Freeport. And the backbone behind this event actually was to help boost the economy in Freeport when businesses need it most. You know, we have such a fantastic town. I'm a huge fan of Freeport's, but there are times, they're sort of our darker months, since we're such a tourist-driven town, that we wanted to stimulate the businesses and give them a little boost. And we did that through the way of the sweet tooth. And it's working really, really well. Our partnership with Wilbur's, and it allows it to be very experiential. We have chocolatiers all throughout the town, and when they go to the factory, they get to create these lovely medallions that you see before me.
Yeah, and Andy, let's talk about Wilbur's of Maine. So many people drive by and see that sign and they pull in, and you guys are like a staple in the community.
Oh, we certainly try. We've been in business now for 42 years, and my parents started the business in '83, and you know, we think being part of the business community, but being part of the community in general, is a really important part of what we do.
Do you feel like that's something that makes Freeport so special, is having these long-standing businesses, sort of iconic spots?
Absolutely, yeah, it sure is. I mean, when you go outside of Freeport, it's just, and that is what we hear. I feel like it's what separates us from other towns. It's our connection to each other.
All right, so Andy, you brought some goodies. I call them chocolate cookies, but these are medallions.
Yeah.
So Andy, talk about some of these things. I mean, talk about creative. I think I see gummy worms on one of those, huh?
Yeah, so the idea is that each individual person that walks through the event is able to choose items that they put on their medallion, and so we're just trying to do something that's quick and easy decision making. So we give them a list, and you see some examples of some of the things. So you can be fancy and have fruits and nuts and some sea salt, or you can go you know, kind of more towards the adolescent choice and get gummy worms and broken Oreos and gummy bears and things like that.
Yum! Are those little pretzel bits too?
Yeah, those are pretzel bites.
Oh, that's nice.
Exactly.
If you like the sweet and salty combination.
And what is that? Are those raisins? I mean, I'm trying to figure out.
There's cherries on one and blueberries on the other, dried. So like we use in our chocolate.
And you know, Valentine's Day was like a week or two ago, but look, you even have hearts on one of them too.
I love
that. Yeah. Gummy hearts.
Bring us to the event. Tell us, you know, sort of what the day is like, and just like, I mean, I imagine everyone's just so happy.
It's so great. It's just the town. I mean, a lot of our merch is in pink, and it's just like when you look out onto the streets, it's just canvassed with pink and people carrying our tote bags, and you can really just see how festive and fun it is. Yes, everybody's in a really good mood, and our chocolatiers are in different storefronts, so it kind of helps to navigate you through Freeport and see what we have to offer.
Yeah, Andy, talk about the chocolatiers involved, and there's demonstrations that go on. Like if we go up there for this event on the 8th, what are we going to learn? What are we going to get a chance to do?
Yeah, for sure. One of the great things about being in the confectionery industry is that it's not an industry where people compete against one another. They treat each other really well. They look out for one another. So that's the nice thing about this. Was when Tanya and I first started talking about this, we reached out to other candy makers in the state of Maine, and they all jumped in on doing this. So you'll see some folks making they'll all have samples of their product, but they'll also be doing little things that they can do in those pop-up stores with the space that they have. And I don't know for sure the other candy makers what they're going to be doing this year, but some of them have done little activities that kids can do and adults can do. And then if you come to our factory, which is, everyone gets a ticket during the event, then they get to do this event and then see some product being made in our factory.
You alluded to this, but tell us again the boost that this really gives businesses in the area during a very quiet time.
Yeah, it's so important to us. We're better and stronger together, and in this does just what we hope to do. You know, it really brings. You know, this year we have up to 540 people that will be coming to Freeport on a day where business would be otherwise extremely slow. So having that boost into the economy has just, you know, we've heard from different businesses how much they appreciate that, and that's what it's all about. about. You know, we had one store tell us last year that during the Chocolate Festival, it was their best day in March that they had in 10 years.
Wow.
So that alone makes this event worthwhile.
Yeah. What is it about chocolate? I mean, I went back and saw you guys in the green room, and I looked down, and all of a sudden, my eyes lit up. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's that? I mean, it just puts a smile on everybody's face, and I could probably eat 10 of those, by the way.
Well, I think we've got about 10.
You can have the whole plate.
You know, I think that's one of the joys about being in the business is that you know, you don't get unhappy customers. You know, you get a lot of satisfied folks. It's something that people do. It's a treat for themselves. It's a treat for the people that they love. It's you know, it's a fun thing about what we do. So.
And I think that, you know, Freeport, it truly is amazing year round. And like maybe people kind of forget, you know, when we get to February, March, this time of year, we associate it obviously with the summertime, but obviously around the holidays as well. I was just there last weekend and it was great. And it's so walkable and free parking.
Yes, yes, we have lots of parking.
Sure.
Yeah, and also on the 8th, lots of chocolate too.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what the hours are and everything else like that,
Sure.
and where people can find some of the chocolatiers and everything.
Absolutely. So doors open at 10 a.m. and we will be experiencing chocolate all the way until 5 o'clock at night.
Amazing. It'll be here before we know it.
Oh man, I can't wait.
Well, we know it's going to be a huge success. Thank you both so much for coming on and sharing
for
all of that
having
with
us.
us.
appreciate
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And what's a website people can find more information?
Yes, so you can go directly to the Greater Freeport Chamber of Commerce website and we will direct you to links to buy tickets.
All right, sounds
And
good.
by the way, Andy, if you ever need taste testers,
Yeah, we're always
Katie and I are into
ready
the
to
gig,
go.
all right?
Absolutely.